online repairs campaigns, things of that nature, totally service. There are vendors out there like BIM Solutions and eLeads that have sales-related programs, both for managing workflow within the showroom and also equity mining tools. I won't go into a lot of detail, but either the vendor is on one side of the board or the other, variable operations or fixed operations. That's where AutoLoop is different from everybody else out in the industry. We have 19 solutions for the entire dealership, which are fully integrated with each other. And I'll give you a few analogies to tell you how our products work. One, they're all built off the same software platform. So every product that we have, whether it's a service scheduling tool, whether it's an equity mining tool for sales, whether it's a marketing tool for the entire dealership like Essentials is, or whether it's a CRM or maybe a BDC Connect program for your call center to handle information. They all communicate off the same platform. They know what the other product is doing at the same time. So if you wanted to send a reminder out to a customer, let's say you've got what one department may call a lost soul, somebody that hasn't been in the dealership. So you send him a reminder out for a special coupon to try to get him back in the store, when in reality, you've got him scheduled for a service appointment next week. He's technically not a lost soul. Or VIM Solution sends him an offer out on a new car, and then the next thing you know, service sends him a lost soul scheduling appointment with a coupon for that because we haven't seen you for a while. Or the guy goes up front and buys a new or used car, and one of your other programs sends him a coupon because we haven't seen him in 12 months. That's one key thing about our products. Everything talks to everybody, and it's on a single integration. Something that nobody else in the industry does, and that's big with us. Another thing that a lot of dealers run into is a customer opts out of sales brochures that are coming either by snail mail or to his email box, or maybe he's getting robocalls on it. Then the next thing you know, service sends him an offer to get him into the dealership for $30K. He opts out of that program. Then he opts out of something that eLeads does. Then he opts on equity mining tool. After he does it 3 or 4 times, he calls the dealer, has a nasty phone call with the general manager, and you get contacted from a lawyer. So that's another key thing that a lot of dealers see with us. The biggest thing on the advantage of fully integrated solutions through one vendor is every dealer in the industry has liked to deal with the DMS as one throat to choke, and would get all the DMS solutions that they had and add it to their monthly bill or their contract. Well, the DMS solutions, which it is a great tool for managing your customer base, and it is a great tool for repair orders within your dealership, is still an automated accounting system. It's great for F&I, it's great for accounting upstairs, and it's great for fixed operations, but it doesn't do all these other things. So the old way of doing business as one throat to choke did not fit with the DMS anymore. So that's the reason the dealers started going out and getting third-party vendors. But with AutoLoop on board, you've got one vendor to deal with and one platform of products that talks to each other across the board. Now, the other big thing that dealers have seen with using AutoLoop instead of 4 or 5 or 6 different vendors is they've been able to cut back on DMS integration charges. And I'm not real sure what DMS are your stores using.
CDK.
CDK. Okay. Every single third-party program that you're using along with CDK is probably costing in excess of $400 a month or more DMS integration fees. I ran into one dealer that looked at us, and he's moving forward with 5 products with us as his contracts go out, and he's going to save $2,000 to $3,000 a month just in DMS integration charges.
Right. So are you guys
You got one.
are you a CRM system too? Are you a CRM system too?
We are. We have XRM, which is a CRM program, and it's very, very competitive with Zen Solutions or any of the others out there. Dealer Socket.
Okay. Can you
So,
show me any of this stuff?
I can't show you the XRM program today. What I'd like to do is I'm not that well versed on the XRM. I'd like to get a subject matter expert to show that to you, so you
Okay.
can see all the depth of product that's how it work for you.
Okay, that'll be fine. So let's
Yeah.
so show me. I mean, what would you like to show me today other than the FCA program?
Okay. What I would like to show is I want to brief through the FCA program and it won't take 7 to 10 minutes probably,
Okay.
just to let you know what they've included in their packages and what those products do.
Okay.
So let's do this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, there are 6 of our 19 products that are included within FCA Digital's program. The first top 3, and let's see, let me get these on the screen. The first top 3, do you see book messaging, bill pay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Book messaging and bill pay are service programs. They're in the entry level program that's just for service. When you go to step number 4, you add essentials and then loyalty and quote. There's actually 3 levels. So this would give you service. This would give you a service complete program because essentials will be marketing for the whole store and you get an owner loyalty program with it. And then when you go to the 3rd level, the highest level of the program, you get Quote, which is an equity mining tool, and your dealership may be using something like eLeads right now. The key thing about the FCA Digital program right now, between now and December the 31st, is they've got a big incentive across the board. It's a 6-month contract. The FCA is subsidizing 4 months of that for you, along with no setup fees. So there's a big savings there. Retention program is the full-blown program. We've got the service basic, then we add loyalty and essentials to that at $1,850 a month, and just as a savings for the dealer, Michael.
Right.
Ours gets a marketing program for another store, and you can get 4 programs for $1,850 through the FCA program, and then this adds the quote equity mining tool at the beginning.
Okay.
So that's just a basic on what the programs do. The retention premium adds quote, which is equity mining for the dealership. And how that works, because these products talk across the board with each other, the equity mining tool would actually look not only at customers within your database for possible upsales or re-up into a new car, maybe a used car, maybe renewing a lease or getting a new car after a lease is over with, but it'll also look in your service lane for appointments coming into the dealership, and it'll create customized quotes, one where you can go out and meet and greet the customer in the lane, or you can put a flyer in the car for them if you can't catch them or they drop the car off. It gives the customer a flyer, and it also gives a work card for the salesperson. So he's got all the details on the customer. He knows how much time is left on the current loan, how much they owe, how much equity is in it, what he can bump them into a new car. And we see dealers using our quote products that are able to put somebody in a new car that maybe has 2 or 3 years left on a 5 or 6 year loan, and they're able to upgrade into a car 3 years newer, adding $25 more a month to their current bill.
Okay.
So that's basically what Quote will do. The Retention Plus is basically focused at service. You've got the scheduling tool. You've got the 2-way texting program for the dealership, which includes a mobile app. You've got auto bill pay, which allows you to send invoices out to customers for prepayment on repairs. And this has driven CSI a lot in the luxury car line. That's the reason that the U.S. manufacturers are now looking at it. And then you've got Essentials, which I want to talk to you about Essentials today because I think you'd be very interested in that. And then the loyalty program, which is an owner loyalty program to build up customer points in the dealership that they can either exchange for goods or services.
Okay.
The Essentials, I'm going to get into in just a little bit, and this is a basic program, $895 a month. If you go with one of our other competitors, $895 a month will hardly cover the scheduling tool of one of our other competitors, much less a two-way text messaging program and an automobile pay.
Okay.
And we've got on-site training for the products. Now, some of our products, like the XRM program, which is a CRM program for the front end of your dealership, that program and quote come with on-site support. You get a maintenance checkup visit on about a 30-day basis from one of our field performance managers. And we do have those included on specific programs because, they're so detailed and we want our customers to be successful with the products that, we don't have to worry about whether they're going to go looking for another product anywhere else. We want them to be profitable and successful. So that's just a little bit about the FCA program. I can go into these analytics. I don't think we need to at the very beginning, but I'd like to show you Essentials.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the RO count for the dealership on a monthly basis or how many car sales they've got?
Yeah, their RO count is around 1,500 per month.
Now, does that include any warranty? Just warranty and customer pay, no internal, or is internal factored in that?
That's everything. Yeah.
Okay. Wonder how many used unit program cars they run through the shop a month?
This particular dealer is selling around 30 to 50 used cars per month.
30.
Yeah, most of their sold product is purchased product, not. They do get a lot of trade-in, but they also purchase a lot of cars too. So they keep. I'm trying to do some numbers here. I think they keep around 75 on the ground.
Okay. So probably if we knocked 100, let's just say the high end of that number. Let's say they run 50 used through the shop a month. That would be 1,450 ROs.
Mm-hmm.
That were either customer pay or warranty. We don't factor in any of the internals in our numbers because that's a dead expense from the dealer. All you're really doing until the car is sold is taking money out of one pocket, putting it over in the other.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Do you know how many new units they're selling up?
Yeah, they're selling about 50 new units a month.
15 new.
50.
Pretty good for that month. That's a competitive market.
Yeah. Well, they don't have a lot of dealerships around them. They're pretty much in between two power markets, so they have a little bit of advantage of pulling from Richmond and pulling from Hampton Roads.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump out of here. What I'd like to do, here's a loyalty program, which dealers are getting a lot of great feedback on that program because it's allowing service managers, instead of giving away repairs, to put loyalty points into an account for a customer as an appeasement, to give them points for a future oil change or something like that. And it's also allowing the guy that's utilizing the loyalty program well, like he's got 200 or 300 points in there, and you're trying to sell him a 30K service. He doesn't have, it says he can't afford $200 for the service today. You look at his loyalty account, he's almost there, and you tell the customer, well, you've almost got a loyalty account balance enough to do this 30K service. If I goodwill you 25 more points, would you be willing to do the service today? So, overall, they're making the customer happy. They're driving their CSI up, and they're also increasing customer retention too. And here's our equity mining tool quote that I gave you a brief over. This is what some of the leaflets look like where you could put in a customer's car, offering them a deal.
Does it come with the imaging of the vehicle like that's shown there?
It does, yeah.
Okay. What's the difference between this equity mining tool and maybe like a Mastermind or a Gold Digger or something like that?
I'm not familiar with either one of those programs that good. I'll take these specific questions that you've got and get those to one of our SNEs on that. Some of these tools are brand new to me, and I'll be completely honest with you about it.
Okay.
Okay, difference between competitors. Now, I do know, unless something has been changed recently, that we're the only ones that can equity mine the service drive. So we can actually look in and see what appointments are coming in the dealership and see what the database of customers is, look at the service ledger and see how many cars are coming in, which ones have had an equity quote offered to them, and what the salesperson did working that equity quote.
Okay.
I think that's probably going to be your main difference. As for any other key points, I'll get those and make sure it's emailed to you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I'm writing down notes. Okay. Okay, so let's jump into the Essentials program, because I know that's what you originally reached out to us about, which is a marketing program. Okay, let's see. Okay, what is Auto Loop Essentials? And it's got the typical name on there: full targeted multi-channel customer engagement tool. This was basically Auto Loop's first program in the industry back in 2007. What is a little bit different about Auto Loop, and the reason you may not have heard a lot about us, this was our core program at the very beginning, Essentials was.
Mm-hmm.
We had the book program. We also had a couple of other loyalty programs for car dealers, including the CRM program. But our first business in the industry, we were picked up by Subaru. And do you work with any Subaru stores down in your market?
No, not currently.
Okay. Subaru has a program called Care Connect. Every Subaru dealer in the country is very familiar about Subaru Care Connect. Now, who the vendor is on Subaru Care Connect, none of the stores really know who that is, but it's us. We built the program for Subaru. It's all of our current products like Essential, the book scheduling tool for service, the quoting program, and they're all included under a shell which is called Subaru Care Connect that they are all. Our contract with Subaru, certain parameters that we had to fulfill. One, it's not, there's a differentiation between Auto Loop as a company and Subaru Care Connect. So we had to create a complete different staff. So for going out in the field and managing the customers, selling the products to all the dealers, managing them, and handling customer support. If you call customer support at our Clearwater office and you dial the Subaru Care Connect number for any of the Subaru Care programs, you'll get a specific team that's devoted primarily to that product. With that being said, there's all these stores up there. Like, I went across the store in Charlottesville last week, and I talked with the service manager there, and he said, well, who have you got using our product in the market area? And I said, well, I've got a great reference for you. I said, it's in the same building. It's 2 doors up at your Subaru dealership. He said, you're kidding. I said, no. He said, well, I was a service manager there for 3.5 years in Subaru, and that's a great program. So, once again, even a white label product like that, they didn't know where it came from. We've also got the ADAM program for Gulf States Marketing, which is marketing and scheduling, and that's in Toyota stores. They don't know who builds it. We build it. It's not branded, and it's supported completely separate from our Autoloop program.
Right.
Do you do any Toyota programs?
Yes.
Okay. Do you work with Priority any?
No, not currently.
Okay. Well, Priority and First Team down at Chesapeake, all their stores have our programs. So that would be a great market reference for you.
Okay.
Checker Flag is kind of across the board with their programs. They've got a lot of different vendor programs sandwiched together, and CDK is killing it in integration charges at all their stores.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, what is Essentials? And I'll go into Essentials in just, we'll move forward with it. But Essentials has two basic areas in it. And it's an automated program, an automated notification program that you can set and forget to target customers and engage customers at your dealership. For the notifications that don't fall within the boundaries of automated, you can create on-demand notifications, which are marketing programs. And the main topic or main objective within the Essentials marketing program is customer retention, customer loyalty, and also additional profit for your store. So we have a complete marketing team that supports this product. Full service consulting, there's field support and dedicated account management for the product. And I'm going to try to show you some screenshots of a live dealership in just a few minutes because you'll get more fruit out of that demonstration than you will in PowerPoint. Full life cycle marketing. It's the whole owner life of the vehicle, right from the vehicle sale to service to retention of the customer and coming back to the showroom again. There are both on-demand campaigns and what we call triggered campaigns, which a triggered campaign goes out to the customer based on some criteria that you set in the system, like a declined repair or somebody that hadn't been in the dealership in 12 months or more.
Right.
You can add coupons to any marketing that you send out. Yes.
I'm listening. I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. It's got real-time marketing support and a management profile. It's very intuitive and easy to use. And you've got great reporting built right in the product. So it's multi-channel engagement. We're able to communicate with the customer. Email, direct mail. If you use a BDC, that functionality can be turned on. Our product does robocalls and also has an SMS and a customer portal. We're able to, our scheduling tool lets the customer create themselves their own customer portal, and we're able to use Essentials and send marketing or retention promos out to customers even in their own customer portal, other than email, direct mail, and BDC, sure, and automated voice. Also, the product, whenever it sends out any information, you can display what phone number you want displayed for the dealership, like a number that would be the dealership cashier number, or maybe the dealership sales number, or maybe the dealership direct service line. So the product will input those numbers as the number that the customer is being called from, and also you can put dial back numbers in it. Where do you want to call if you need a service appointment? Where do you need to call about your special report that's come in? A sales number for the showroom if you're running some type of special fall special or something like that. Okay. Automated lifestyle message for sales, service, and parts. We've got over 80 seasonal and event templates built right in the product. I'll give you a screen view of some of those with a live dealer. You can add coupons for specific programs that you send out. Let's say you've got a customer that hasn't been in your dealership in 12 months. He's fallen into a lost customer category, and you want to send him a coupon, give him an attractive reason to come back. Like, it's you may be overdue for service on your car. Our 5K special is generally $42.95. This will give you 25% off. We've got direct mail campaigns, automated or on-demand, precision targeted. A very easy to use management marketing portal with an overall dashboard. We even have marketing analysis that you can have put in place for your store, where our marketing team will look at your current programs and give you suggestions on how to improve those or something that you might want to try. And of course, a full support team that's in Clearwater, Florida. It's not outsourced at all. That's ready to help you with a problem you may have or create your own custom marketing. So I'm going to jump out of this in just a few minutes, but I'm going to breeze through this PowerPoint.
Okay.
There's a dashboard in the product for any, this is called the shell. And there's a dashboard built in the product for any auto loop program that you have. A GM would see everything across the board. Sales manager would see his sales programs. Service would see just their programs. Your marketing team or your BDC might see across the board. It depends on how you set up your user administration. Here's a screenshot of some of the marketing programs, how the customer sees them, whether on an iPad or in their smartphone, or whether they get mail or email.
Mm-hmm.
We've got automated messaging and our what we call triggers, and I'll show you those in just a second. And there's return on investment reporting behind it. And here's what the automated messaging looks again. We've got 10 customer recovery intervals, state inspections, next service due. Also, the program looks across the board, and it can tell if a customer's going into sales, if they bought a new car, things of that nature. So it's going to communicate across the board between one department and the other. We've got maintenance-based reminders that can go out. And here's a view of some of the templates that can go out with animation. So it's got GIF built right in it. And we've got the 80 template gallery that we're constantly updating all the time based on your store's needs.
Right.
We can help you run on-demand marketing campaigns through the templates. Seasonal specials, predictive campaigns, which a kind of a predictive campaign would be a person would have 40,000 miles on a vehicle, and we think that their car needs tires on it. So we could send out a tire special, and we can also put filtering in there. Let's say a customer went to the used car and he bought a vehicle that had 35,000 miles on it. We can change the filtering in the background of the product. So 3 weeks after his vehicle purchase, he would not get a campaign sent to him stating that he probably needs tires put on the car. And full overblown market management reporting. There are widgets that you can move around on the desktop, and I'll show you how easy they are to see what your campaigns are doing, what your automated triggers are doing, what your individual campaigns are doing, 10 most recent manual campaigns and the results on those. And you can click down into any of these to see a full-blown report, who the customers were and what happened with each one of the campaigns. So we've got marketing ROI reports, we've got customer activity analysis, we've got competitive make targeting, what we're doing for customers on other brands. Here's another overview of reporting on the tire promotion.
Okay.
With email activity report, yes.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. Customer analytics. We've got proven best practices. What works the best? What are other dealers in your market area doing? What are the demographics doing? We've got engagement results, analytics-based strategy plans. So we can help you create better marketing programs that's going to work better with your customer base and your market based on what the trends are in your area. And of course, full service consulting with the program. And dedicated account and field team reps. We have a guy that's been working down in your market area. His name is Jackson Garrity. He's one of our field performance managers. As a matter of fact, I think he's at Subtle Motors today.
Okay.
And Suttle's another customer that just came on board. They're right in the middle of an install. So they love everything that they've saw so far, but they haven't gotten to use it yet.
Okay.
Okay. Benefits of integration. I've went over this. One platform, one vendor, a single solution. Integration points. Here's how the products talk across each other. The equity mining tool, quote, creates custom offers based on positive equity customers, which can be automatically sent from Essentials. So if you create a custom quote for an equity mining upsale for a customer, you can build a marketing program in Essentials to send that out. And the data captured by Essentials is fed back in the quote and your DMS. And we've got full two-way integration with your DMS. The XRM program, which is our program similar to Vend Solutions. What CRM are you using?
Right now, CDK.
CDK? Okay.
For this particular store.
Okay. Okay, XRM interprets key information in your DMS and seamlessly flows into Essentials in real time to ensure accuracy. Data from Essentials automatically updates in XRM. So once more, communication between these programs, what the aftermarket vendors cannot provide you. And then the scheduling program book. Customers receive offers from Essentials which can immediately connect to appointment scheduling through book. So if I have a customer that's, let's say, he's a 12-month lost soul, I send him a reminder to go out to his dealership. Hey, we missed you. We attach a coupon with it. It's going to have a hyperlink built right in it. The hyperlink that he clicks on will take him into the scheduling tool. It will provide his customer information, his vehicle information, and the service that he needs. Preload all that information, take him right to the service advisor selection tool, date and time, and schedule appointments. So probably 60% of his work is done, no more data input. Okay, and here's our results, what we're doing on study with over 600 dealerships using the product in 2015. Increased revenue of up to 22% more based on their analytics, their sales analytics before and after the product. Total number of communications with AutoLoop Essentials, we did over $3.7 billion of customer pay revenue and 18.7 million customer responses to dealer communication. So we're able to tell which of those customers are reviewing the Essentials offers that's coming out to them and what the productivity is. An 11% lift in sales to service conversion rate. That's the key thing, is keeping these customers engaged within their vehicle owner life, sales to service and service to sales. There's another key component in our product in the book scheduling tool that nobody else has in the product, where your salesperson is able to open up scheduling. He sees a new customer appointment feature in there. He clicks in there. He can either put the VIN number of the vehicle in or the stock number of the vehicle. Because it pulls the information directly from the deal, which would be in CDK in your store, he's able to schedule that first customer appointment based on what the maintenance recommendations on the car is. So if it was an F-150 that they sold or a Ram 1500 truck, which runs basically off of 5K services, he's able to predictively put that appointment out there 3 to 4 months with around 5,000 miles on it. And it's going to enter the customer in that life circle of engagement. There's not another vendor in the business that I know of that has the first appointment feature in there.
Okay.
So I want to jump over into live product just a second and show you a real dealer that's using this thing. Okay, this is actually Toyota of Braintree in Massachusetts. And I've got to be real careful what I click on and not make any changes within this product because I don't want to mess up any processes that they've got going on right now. As I told you, the Auto Loop shell across the top has any of the programs that they're currently using. They have another loyalty tool. They have an equity mining quote tool. They're running Essentials. And they've got the Auto Book scheduling tool for service. Now, within the dashboard, we've got reports. We've got all the features that they're running in sales for Essentials. We've got our services, and we've got our full-blown reporting suite. I've broken it down into the notification section right here. These are the notifications that they've got running right now. It's either automated or the manual campaigns. Within the automations, they're doing service and sales categories. They've got automations running out for customer appointments, service follow-up, parts arrival. They're getting a pushback from the DMS on a special order request in the system. And when all the parts get an on-hand quantity of a fulfilled order, so the product will even send reminders out to customers. It does have filtering built in the background where if there's a RO open in service on the same customer, it will not send that notification out because the car's probably still there, or maybe the service advisor is handling it since it's got an open RO on it. We've got the scheduled maintenance notifications, which is built on the recommended maintenance criteria from the OEM for the particular car. Service follow-up, service completion, Toyota Care. This particular store has got Toyota Care maintenance, and then the sales cycle. We've got quote prospects, ones that have actually had a quote sent out through the Essential system that was created in the equity mining quote tool. We've got sales follow-up. We've got service contract follow-up, service to sales follow-up, turnover. So let's look at a service follow-up. And we're going to look at the settings on it. And I'm not going to edit anything, but I do want to view what the flyer is that's going out.
Okay.
So here's a template that the customer is getting. Depending on what the dealer is sending out as an email, a text message, or maybe they're doing it as a robocall. But here's what the customer sees on their end. Now, as for service or sales follow-up, you can either have the template set up for yes, no answers on the, and it'll actually attach them a link to do a little basic survey of their own. You can either have yes, no answers. You can have grade 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. So it covers most of the manufacturers. And we've already got most of the common questions that the manufacturer survey asks the customer anyway, already programmed into our templates. So that's all part of the setup.
Okay.
Let's see, I'm waiting for this thing to go back. Now let's do a customer birthday for the dealership.
Nah, man, that's all. Patrick, that's all basic stuff, man. Show. Let's see some. Like I know, like some of the features that you're going through right now with the service lane, and I totally get all that. What other types of tools does the system have?
Okay, within Essentials or overall Auto Loop?
This overall Auto Loop. Let's maybe back out on Essentials for a second, and let's take a look at any other products that Auto Loop has.
Okay, great. All right, give me just a second. I'll get you right into that. And I'll pull a PowerPoint out and we'll breeze through it on some of the products.
Okay.
That's the image slides we've got here. Okay, I was thinking it was 12. It's only 10. Okay. Now, here's a brief overview. We've got essentials that we've talked about. Let me turn the slideshow on. It's easier to do it.
Okay.
Are we good here?
Yes.
Okay. We've got the marketing program called Essentials.
Okay.
We've got service scheduling called Book. Here's our CRM program, which is called XRM, Organize, Animate, and Automate All Customer Interactions for Sales, Service, Marketing, and more. This is something that most CRM programs do not do. They're only sales, and they do pull the customer information out of the DMS, but you really can't tell what the customer's doing in the other of the departments. We've got sales process accountability. There are actually dashboards built in the product, so the sales manager or general manager, GSM, can see what's going on in the dealership, who's getting the calls, and what the follow-ups are. And we've got Quote, which we talked about, which is the equity mining tool. Now, this program called Engage is a call center solution for sales and service. So if your dealerships are running a BDC, they may be accessing the DMS for their customer information, but we've got software program for BDCs to use.
Okay. Currently, right now, we're not using a BDC.
Okay. Is that something you thought about doing in the future?
Well, that's not my call, but because I handle the marketing for them. But okay. They've tried different variations of things.
Okay. All right, and then we've got Engage. Now, what Engage is our call center for the dealership. Well, of course it is. We've got the Smart Lane tool, which is our tablet lane application, which integrates with everything else, allows that the premium experience in the lane, checking the customer in, whether they're a walk-in or a scheduled customer appointment. It gives them a multi-point inspection. It gives them selling tools for additional services. Another key thing about Smart Lane is Smart Lane will integrate with an RFD program, My Dealer Lot, so you can tell when the customer comes in who they are. It's also got integration to TSD and Dealer Tire. So if you run a loaner car program through TSD, we've got integration built into the tablet, and we've also got integration with Dealer Tire Service, which I don't know if your store's using that or not. I haven't asked.
No, we don't use that currently now.
Okay. Well, Dealer Tire is a pretty cool, I don't know how much the service costs, but they give you great inventory available to your dealership, and the parts manager and service manager can get together and build bundles of tires and stuff, and you can have the ad sheets, the warranty information, everything built right in the tablet, along with the bundle price if the customer needs one tire or up to 4 tires, that we give them a bundle price to add right to the estimate.
Okay.
Then we've got Inspect, which is our tool for the service department to do a full inspection within the dealership on any maintenances and or services. It's driven both off of factory labor operations and parts information for the store, and it gets its pricing for the parts directly from the DMS. This also integrates directly into the Smart Lane tool that we have, the full function integration, where if a customer's in the lane, you know there's antifreeze dripping underneath their vehicle. You raise the hood and see that they've got a blown hose or a leaky hose or possibly a water pump and all that. You can access the Inspect tool information and get a complete repair right to that customer in your lane. And you can't do that with any other tool in the industry. Now, Contact is our messaging program, and we've been changing the name on the product. but we call it messaging now. It was contact when this PowerPoint was created, and there was some confusion with some of the customers contact and connect, and they were getting there was always confusion back. They would ask for somebody for support on contact, and they get somebody with connect when they needed it, or vice versa. But this is actually our two-way texting program, and connect is the call center program. Now here's another tool that we do, and it's called Newsletter, where we can create custom newsletters for your dealership, attach information about the store, maybe recall information, things of that nature. It's kind of new, and our marketing team is handling this. And if you'd like to look at adding newsletter later on, I can have Alexia give you a total presentation on that. She handles that, and it's really worked out well for a lot of stores that we've added on creating additional ROI with their store. So that's a brief overview of the 19 programs. We got a whole bunch of little add-ons and stuff too.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I would like to take a look at the XRM program someday.
Okay. I can probably get this set up for you next week.
Okay.
What's your schedule look like?
I'm available Tuesday or Wednesday morning.
Okay. Okay. I'll see who I can get available to do that. I would do it for you, but I have not demoed XRM at all, so I want you to really see the whole value of the product.
Sure.
And it's such a deep, involved program. You really got to see what we do above and beyond what everybody else does. So the Chrysler program, the FCA program, is a little bit high priority right now because I don't want any of the dealers to miss the opportunity to get 4 out of 6 months free,
right,
or the discount on the setup charges.
Right.
The program is going to be long running. We are not the only vendor in this, but we've been picked as the number one vendor, and all the discounts and subsidies have been put on the table with Chrysler. The discounts will be there moving forward after 12/31, but the launch subsidies aren't. In other words, the 4 out of 6 months will not be available for anybody that enrolls later on, nor will the discount on the install fees. So tell me a little bit about what you do with the store, and is it just one store, or do you provide your service for different stores in your market?
Yeah, so I have a number of stores. We wanted to look at this FCA store in particular, just because I really don't know much about Autoloop. I mean, it sounds like you guys have a full platform of different things. I didn't even know you guys were a CRM system until this call. So so I provide digital marketing services for my clients, and I also go through some of the sales processes to identify saturation in the dealership, trying to get the most out of their programs based on the dollars they spend. Because as you know, car dealerships are very focused on on their budget these days. And part of my job as a consultant, I've been doing this for 14 years, doing e-commerce related processes from the dealerships. My company focuses on kind of mainstreaming all of the different variations into one company, so we can provide analytics that mean something to the dealership other than statistics. And I mean, we handle all their graphic design, all their website compliancing with the OEMs. We also handle all their social medias, their email marketing. We try and find different ways to do marketing that not a lot of the other dealerships are doing currently, because I'm finding that the more unique that you become, the more the consumers are responding to you, because we are in a people business. So we're trying to give more More power to the sales teams, because a lot of these dealerships, they don't operate the same way. Some have BDCs, some don't have BDCs. Some has one person handling all the internet leads, then funnels them out. We call that the quarterback. And then some dealerships just give all their leads to the salespeople. This particular dealership gives all of their leads to the salespeople. So I constantly watch their CRM to make sure they're responding to the leads. We develop their email templates just so they don't sound and become like other dealers. And we implement all of the alerts and the processes with the managers and the salespeople, as far as, in on-site one-on-one training. We go above and beyond more than just offering them, marketing services. But that's pretty much what our key is to handle the marketing. For example, I've got dealers that bring me into their vendor meetings. I'll sit down with a Cars.com vendor or a CDK vendor or their OEMs, and they'll always ask me my opinion, because a lot of people there's so many different companies and variations of opinions in this industry. We just kind of try and build a relationship and identify what some of their personal goals are. And a lot of times it's just simple things, like they want more service related appointments done online instead of over the phone, because it's putting pressure on their receptionist. And they want to get more integrated with technology. They just don't know how to. So my job is to kind of hold their hand and help walk them through some of the tools available to help meet their goals. I can go on and on about things that we do, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just kind of take this opportunity to learn more about AutoLoop. And as far as pricings and stuff, I'm sure there's an array of different programs that you can buy a la carte with AutoLoop. Is that correct?
Yes, and if you can see it on the screen, what I've done is I've gone to our dealership homepage, and when we basically break our services down, our solutions into three categories. We've got marketing, we've got sales, and we've got service. And all these products that we offer in these three categories cross-communicate with each other because they're built off the same platform. You took a short look at Essentials. We provide analytics consulting for that. We've got direct mail programs. We've got conquest mail programs. One of the things about a conquest customer program is you have to have one of the basic programs like Essentials or XRM in place. So we have the DMS integration. We can look at your market area with one of the tools and also differentiate what conquest customers may be within your market area based on the ones that's already customers within your DMS. Mm-hmm. We've got the BDC Connect programs, the Engage program we went over earlier, and we also went over the loyalty program, real basic loyalty program. It's just building up a customer balance for customer retention. Then we've got the CRM program. At the CRM program, and we've got equity mining quote, and we've also got newsletter. Then in service, we've got Smart Lane, and that's the multi-point inspection tool. We've got Service Bay and Shop Monitor. Shop Monitor allows you to track the car through the whole process. And then we've got the Auto Bill Pay. I want to show you a little short 3-minute video it's totally focused at service, but every dealer needs to see this. So this is how your service department can run. Retention is engagement. The strongest connections fit seamlessly into our established routines. Because busy lives don't need barriers. They need technology that works with them and for them. AutoLoop's service suite offers the industry's only fully integrated end-to-end service solution. Interconnected programs that easily share data create a more efficient service, placing all critical details at your fingertips at precisely the right moment. Your advisors gain on-the-spot access to all customer, appointment, and vehicle information, including important safety
existing damage to reduce your liability and quickly notify your body shop to begin an estimate. With integrated tire pricing and tread scanning technology, your advisors can provide a better experience by offering instant recommendations. Give your customers options, including open coupon and financing for decline upsell on services and a boost in your revenue. At Jan Weckens, we service in excess of 300 vehicles a day, so without a fully integrated system, it would be easy for things to slip through the cracks. Rely on third-party integrations for checking recalls, tire pricing, and also our loan. AutoLoop Service Suite integrates with all that technology, so all the vehicle's information is right there in the hands of our entire service team. Customers get better recommendations, more options, and significantly faster service. With bid-specific inspections, seamless communication, and instant correct-to-the-penny quoting, you build customer trust and a more profitable service. Customer engagement isn't about the products you use, it's about exceptional experience you provide and every touch point along the way. And only AutoLoop offers you entire suite. Regrets. With AutoLoop Shop Monitor, your advisors and BDC can always see the current location of the vehicle, no matter where they are. It streamlines status, accurate promise times. With total time monitoring and reporting for every vehicle that moves through your lane, Shop Monitor helps you identify lost time and counter bottlenecks. Within the AutoLoop Service Suite, our customers get personal communications in the channel they prefer. It increases our CSI and efficiency as well. Between the vehicle tracking, two-way texting, and other tools, completely seamless. It's a need to swapping keys. AutoLoop offers the industry's rated end-to-end service solution, giving you the power of all in one.
Well, that was just a brief overview, 3 minutes of what we can do in the service department.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I think it looks pretty good. I'd like to maybe consult with some of my other colleagues, and I would like to see your XRM program. Maybe we can schedule a time for next week to look at that.
Absolutely, I'll make sure. I'll make sure it happens. And this is I sort of see just a little while ago. We go to a Braintree. These are their campaigns that they can run ad hoc that they want.
Right.
We talked about 80 that were easily booked. And these are the ones, they've got some of them set up as automated triggers. They've got some of them set up as seasonal, or they're running these things ad hoc.
Sure.
I think you'll find that we try to cover every single point of the owner's sales cycle with the ownership cycle within with products that communicate with each other. And that's the key thing. Everybody else tries to post, but they can't back it up.
Right. Well, I've learned a little bit more about AutoLoop today. I think I've downloaded enough information in my head here.
Okay. Well, I tell you, when you really get into everything you do, it'll about make your head. When I first came on board, I've got a deep dealer background. I came up with parts, ran service. I was fixed op director at a large store with 80 people working in the back end of the dealership. Consulted for Ford for a while as an operations consultant, and I've sold software since 2005, parts, service, and service scheduling. And when I came on board, when they showed me the AutoLoop program and trying to get me on board from X-Time, I don't know if you're familiar with X-Time or not.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that anybody had all these solutions all work together. Because everything else in the industry, 6 years of selling X-Time, everybody asked me, will your product talk to VIN solutions? Will your product do this? Will your product do that? The answer was always no.
Right.
Everything at AutoLoop the answer is always yes.
Right. All right. Sounds good, Patrick. I appreciate you showing me all this morning.
Well, any questions that come up, either call me or email me, because I'm sure there's tons of touch points within these products, and I'm sure you'll have more questions. And I don't want to tie you up for half a day showing you every single program and every push button, bell, and whistle on it.
Right. That's okay. Yep. Keep sending me information. I've got your email. I'm printing this stuff out, so I'm going to take some time to read through it for the FCA program. And I want to learn more about the XRM. So we'll definitely get together next week and schedule a time.
Yeah, and something else that's kind of off topic. I wanted to ask you this. You may know or you may not know, but my wife's niece is a nurse at Centera in Virginia Beach.
Uh-huh.
And she bought a Jeep from one of the dealers down there in Chesapeake, and she hasn't been real happy with the service. How far out does your store affect work, the Williamsburg store? Would they be able to provide her a service loaner if she started doing business there?
In Williamsburg? Yeah, of course.
Well, no, she doesn't live in Williamsburg. She lives in Chesapeake, works in Virginia Beach.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's a far drive. I mean, that's almost an hour, but yeah, they would be able to help her out for sure.
Okay, great. Is there somebody I should speak to? Because I'd like to call down there and test the waters just a little bit with them, and before I send her all the way up.
For service, call Will Gallagher.
Will Gallagher. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, she was here for dinner last, and I was talking to her about it. I told her I had to talk with you today, and I tried to find out a little bit more about the dealership.
Yeah, but that's an hour from her, so that's going to be hard. There's other dealerships around her market, but personally, Will and the Williamsburg team, I know for a fact, those guys are fantastic. So if it's not too much trouble, then absolutely give him a call.
Well, to be frankly honest, it's almost a brand new Jeep, and it's putting differential grease in her driveway, and she took it in. They replaced all the seals on both sides of the differential, and she got it home, and it started pouring again. And warranty repair was not done, I believe.
Yeah.
Lost all of her confidence in the store.
Yeah, no, I understand. That makes sense. But yeah, Will Gallagher, service manager for Williamsburg Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and he'll take care of her.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for your time, Michael, and I hope I've given you enough information to take the next step forward.
Oh, of course. We'll talk again next week and look at that XRM program.
Okay, great. And I'll be on the road after. So if you call me and you don't get me, and I'm still going to try to orchestrate your demo next week, but I'll be traveling next week. Make sure you leave a message.
Okay. You got it, Patrick. I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
You too, bud. Bye.